The sponsor can hold up that order of deportation to that child and say, this is your order of deportation. If you do not do what I say, when I say, I'm going to call ICE on you myself. We are paying to put children in the hands of criminals.
What is up, everybody? I'm your host of Browning and Stave, and this story is devastating. I know we said we were going to be breaking down the Chinese freedom protest today, but that's going to have to wait for another day because Project Veritas has blown the lid off of something huge, and I almost guarantee you will not hear any of it on any cable news outlets. So this is your place for quick breakdowns. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and let's get into it. For those who don't know, Project Veritas is one of the last true investigative journalist groups out there. They've brought a lot of horrible things to light recently, and they always have video evidence to back up every single word they say. And though they have been bullied, canceled, smeared, and raided by the FBI, they have refused to quit digging for the truth. They have my utmost respect. Their most recent story comes right from the lips of a government whistleblower, a federal employee of 19 years whose job was to root out fraud, waste, and abuse. But she can introduce herself better than I can, so here you go.
So I've been a federal employee for over 19 years. I'm a GS-14. I work for the Council of the Inspectors General on integrity and efficiency. We combat fraud, waste, and abuse in federal programs.
Now, I recommend going and watching the whole video. I will link it in the description for everyone, but here's the short version. Your government is using your tax dollars to traffic children to people who claim to be sponsors, but usually just end up abusing the children in the worst way possible. I'm sorry, there was no soft way to say that. Everyone should be disgusted and pissed off. Project Veritas has spent the last 9 months confirming her story and compiling video evidence of the children being trafficked, the houses they are trafficked to, and the people abusing them and the system. What makes this especially repulsive is the fact that people in government know about this. They are fully aware of it, but they aren't worried about it because, and I quote, "we don't get sued by traffickers." If that doesn't make your blood boil, you might not be human. Keep in mind, this is only part 1. They have more to come. Folks, this is horrible. The money that the government steals out of our paychecks is funding this. There is a 0% chance anyone in mainstream media is going to talk about this, so I ask you to please, please, please share this. Talk about it. People can't be outraged if they don't know. If you don't like me, you don't like my voice or whatever, that's fine. Go to the Project Veritas channel. Go straight there and share the whole video directly from them. I don't care how you do it. The important thing is that this gets spread far and wide so that accountability can't be escaped. With all that being said, here are the highlights of the initial interview with the whistleblower. Thanks for watching your place for quick breakdowns. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.
In 2021, this whistleblower volunteered to assist HHS with the placement of unaccompanied minors and was deployed to the Migrant Emergency Intake Site in Pomona, California. There, she witnessed the agency failing these children, as she puts it, doing the work of the cartels on your tax dollars.
These vulnerable children, we care for them, we clothe them, we feed them with your dollars and my dollars. We fly that product directly to the trafficker. God forbid it's sex trafficking.
Project Veritas embarked on a 9-month investigation across the country to corroborate our whistleblower's claims.
So he attempted to traffic children, and he's still at address in Texas.
Yes, we have 44 unaccompanied children at that address. We have 25 unaccompanied children at that address.
Project Veritas put boots on the ground, visiting scores of addresses the whistleblower shared from case files she worked on. What we found was shocking. Young children living with multiple older, unrelated men. And in one case, from Gulf Freeway in Houston, Texas, a young girl who admits to her female sponsor using her for sex work.
¿Quién te patrocinó a
La
ti?
tía, pero me corrió en la casa. Bueno, no sé, porque ella me ofrecía y a mí no me gustaba eso.
¿Te ofrecía qué?
Me ofrecía con los hombres, pues.
Pero ella, ¿cuántos hombres ella te obligó a estar con cuántos hombres?
Bueno, con muchos, ni por. Porque no me gustaba lo que me hacía, me obligaba.
¿Ella de verdad era tu tía o fue alguien que se...
Dice que ella me conocía desde chiquita, pero yo no la conocía.
I don't believe that this is something that HHS wants people to know. I've seen that there are large numbers of children who are being sent to the same location in some areas. Within a few square miles, there are over 300 unaccompanied children who have been released. It's just strange that HHS knows there's a lot of children going to one area, and yet they're not doing anything to say there's going to be a mandatory home study before we send one more child here. One of the things that has occurred in this administration is that they have relaxed a lot of the stringent vetting by creating these additional field guidances. And there's a focus on move the children as opposed to place children in safe homes.
No. ¿En algún momento has patrocinado a algún niño, Edgar?
No.
Ninguno.
So he attempted to traffic children, and he's still at address in Texas walking a free man.
Yes, HHS does not want federal law enforcement going after their sponsors in any way.
Why not?
It's a very good question that I don't have the answer to.
We don't know if the U.S. Attorney's Office in Texas knows about this.
Right.
They probably don't.
I think most people don't know. They have no idea that children are going to unrelated people, that children are definitely, we have proof, evidence, that they're being recruited and transported. They're then in debt bondage.
Porque yo quise venir, obviamente que tengo que pagar.
Tienes que pagar la deuda. ¿Cuánto que debes?
Falta 18.
$18,000.
No, que sale.
¿Qué sale? 18,000 que sale.
We know that children have been trafficked through the program.
And the name of this program again is?
It's the Unaccompanied Children Program, so the UC program.
¿Ella de verdad era tu tía o fue alguien que se prestó?
No, es mi tía.
Pero tú la conocías a ella de Guatemala, no. ¿Y cómo tú supiste de...?
Pues dice que ella me conocía desde chiquita, pero yo no la conocía.
So your trafficker in Guatemala, he's got to use the cartel to get his children across Mexico. But once he gets the children to the US border, we take them. So we take the product. These vulnerable children, we care for them, we clothe them, we feed them, and then with your dollars and my dollars and the dollars of every person watching, we fly that product directly to the trafficker. The trafficker then has the ability to labor traffic that child until they're caught, if they ever are. And God forbid it's sex trafficking. The sponsor can hold up that order of deportation to that child and say, this is your order of deportation. If you do not do what I say, when I say, I'm going to call ICE on you myself. We are paying to put children in the hands of criminals.